Hi guys, welcome back to my vegan kitchen. I've got a great recipe for you today. I bet you knew I was going to say that. This is for turkey seitan. Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas is coming up, New Year's is coming up. What excuse do you need to eat turkey seitan? None. Okay, so let's get started. It's very, very simple. So we've got a big bowl over here, and I've had my prep cook prepare one large russet potato. So basically you boiled this enough to make mashed potato. So we're going to pop that in the bowl. It's been drained. We're going to put this on the mixer. You can use a potato masher, you can use a food processor, but the goal here is to get it nice and smooth. So we're just going to put this on for a minute. Alright, that's about done. Now we're going to add the rest of the liquid to that. 1 cup of bouillon. So today I'm using white miso paste and 1 cup of water. But if you don't have miso paste or you don't have bouillon, just use some veggie stock. And obviously the bouillon is vegan. It's going to be a vegetarian bouillon. Just let that mix. Okay, we went a little quick on that one.
Too far.
I was trying to avoid scraping down the sides, but I guess we're gonna have to scrape down the sides. Okay, that looks perfect. So now we're going to work on the dry ingredients. Now the first thing that we're going to work on is the spice blend. We've got some chunky spices here, so we're going to have to grind them. So if you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can do it in a either a food processor or like a little grinder, coffee grinder. We've got your sage, rosemary, and thyme, oregano, nutmeg, and some granulated garlic. Don't you worry about a thing. I got your back. All of the ingredients and their measurements will be in the info box. So I'm just going to try and not slop this up and get this into here without dumping it all over the place like I usually do.
Hey, this is actually what this is.
This is what this is meant for, is right. If I can just fit it on there. There we go. So we're just going to do it pretty quickly. You just want to make sure that there's nope, that didn't do it. See, we don't want any big pieces. We don't want any of our guests biting into a piece of spice and like hurting their tooth, because that's not fun. Alright, that's good. I don't want a big cloud of spice in my face again.
You don't want it in your lungs?
No. Here's the rest of the dry ingredients. We've got 2 cups of Vital Wheat Gluten, 1/4 cup of Nutritional Yeast, aka Nooch, 1/4 cup of Garbanzo bean flour, aka chickpea flour, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of Himalayan sea salt. I used 1.5 because I like to keep it in the middle. So this we're just going to try and get combined before we mix it with the wet ingredients, because you don't want any lumps. You don't want somebody to get a big lump of salt, or you don't want somebody, you know, to get a big lump of something. It's not going to be tasty. Alright, that's pretty well combined. This has had a chance to settle. By the way, if you don't have rosemary, sage, and thyme, and everything except the garlic, I guess, was in, it'll be in the bottom. Just use poultry seasoning, because that's an already preordained mix of those spices. Alright, so we're just going to dump the spice mixture in, slop it up, do the best you can. If you don't make a big mess, it's not going to taste as good. And we're going to dump this in. Ooh,
It smells good.
it's very
It's
cloudy.
making a very big cloud, though.
Yes, I'm just going to go slow. It's not going to be bad. just want to mix it until it starts to come together in a ball. You don't want to over mix it because this is gluten and it's going to be like a rubber band. Hey, guess what I forgot? The oil.
Oh.
It's not a big deal. It should be fine. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, olive oil. 1.
At least you remembered.
2. Yeah, it would have been really dry without the olive oil, so it is a good thing that I remembered. Make sure you add yours before I added mine. I made a mistake. Alright, that's used up all of the dry parts, so I think it's ready to let it rest. We're going to let it sit just like that for about 15 minutes and then we're going to come back to it. Alright, we've let it sit and now we're ready to wrap it up in this beautiful silvery coat. So we're just going to...
It smells really good.
Well, thank you.
It looks like rain though.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest thing, and you know, and I do have a couple of pieces of potato in there, but when you do it, you're not going to have that because you're going to do a good job. Not like me. Alright, so just make sure your potatoes are smooth. So we're going to kind of shape this up into like a fake cheap ass roast. You know, like you buy the turkey roast that are like pressed together. That's what we're making basically. So we're going to just wrap this up like a roll. And then we're going to twist the ends. Not too tight, because it's going to soak up a little bit and, you know, it's going to turn into a hefty hideaway.
It looks like a Chipotle burrito.
Right? Could be. So I'm going to do this in my rice cooker because it's also a steamer. So I'm just going to plop it in there with a little bit of water. Probably about 2 cups of water in there. And we're going to steam it for an hour. If you don't have a rice cooker or a steamer, do it on top of the stove in like a Dutch oven with a little... Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Alright, with a steamer basket underneath so it's not sitting in the water. I shouldn't have it sitting in the water, but it'll be okay. Let's steam this for an hour. Alright, the rice cooker just went off. It was in there for an hour. You can eat that just as it is. It's blazing hot right now. I suggest that you let it cool down, put it in the fridge for at least overnight. And we have a fabulous recipe coming up next week for turkey dinner in a pot pie, and that would be perfect for it. Alright guys, we let it cool off. It's all ready to eat right now. We didn't let it sit overnight because we're eating it tonight, but it is better the next day. I've always found it to be better the next day. Cuts more easily. It tastes better because it has time to settle into the spices. But we're having it tonight, like I said. I'm making another one at the end of the week so that I can show you the Thanksgiving pie. So the way I'm going to serve this is I'm going to slice it up. I'm going to put it in this tray and I'm going to cover it with some vegan mushroom gravy. I would make my own, but I don't have time. So let's see how nicely this cuts. This is really nice. You can make this as thin as you want it for sandwiches, or you can make it as thick as you want it for thickies. I don't know. But there you have it. Alright. We've heated it up.
This is insane.
We've cooked the rest of dinner.
Oh my goodness!
So we've got some vegan mashed potatoes right here, the star of the show, the turkey, and some beautiful asparagus that Maddie just cooked up fresh.
I'm learning. Okay.
Why don't you come over here and give it a taste? Let's walk around the table.
It's pretty exciting. Look at that. Oh, I love mushroom gravy so much.
I know, right?
You put the little
parsley. We went all out.
Yeah. This
Well,
is like a precursor to Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is. It's also a precursor to the Thanksgiving pie.
Oh my god!
Is it good?
Okay. Earlier, I had just a little taste of this while it was cold, without the gravy, and I was like, that's really good.
Okay.
It's like cold cuts for a sandwich. And then, I just had it, as you saw, with the gravy, heated up.
Whole nother level?
It's really good.
Alright guys, I hope you give it a shot.
The texture is spot on.
Awesome.
Because you don't want anything that's going to be too chewy and like you could just...
Too spongy.
You feel like you're eating freaking straight up gluten yoga mat.
Spongy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it out. Make it. Make the Thanksgiving pie. The next recipe, I think, or the next 2 recipes. And until next time, well, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, guys. You like those. And subscribe. It's free. Until next time, much love.